Hello guys, this is the Lion of Jada. Welcome to the Lion of Jada show. Today's topic is so exhilarating, there will be no time for very long introductions. You know about Uber, the ride-hailing company, yes? And for so long, we've been inundated with stories by Uber drivers about how female riders offer sex in exchange for actual cash payment for rides taken. Well, that story has been common over the years, and although hardly any Uber driver has come out, on screen to talk about their experience in that light, but today we have one of them who is willing to speak, but not just about the more common, sex for ride stories, but actual solicitation for sex by unknown customers. So our guest today will be Arinze, an Uber driver for years now. So you know how riders book a ride, yes? And so the driver is heading towards the location, and then the rider calls the driver, to say, look, I'm waiting for you at so and so location. You can follow the map and all that. Okay, so this happened to Arinze, and to him, when he saw the beautiful picture of a very beautiful, attractive lady, he thought, it was an airport trip because it was along airport road in Abuja. But he got the shocker of his life when this lady called him. You want to know what she said? So when Arinze received that phone call, what he heard was to shock him greatly. The rider said, "Hello, I'm not actually going anywhere. I just want you to come and have sex with me. I'm sex starved. I'm feeling horny and I need some sex, and I'll pay you 20,000 naira to have sex with me." Arinze went because he was both curious and intrigued. It had never happened to him before, and he wanted to know if it was for real. So he met up with this lady. A lot happened. Let Arinze speak for himself and give you the details. And I wonder how many other Uber and Bolt and all the hailing, service drivers have had similar experiences. And on the Lion of Jada show, we talk about the topics that other people are afraid or ashamed to speak about. Here, it's no holds barred. Once again, welcome to the Lion of Jada show, and I'm your guy, the Lion of Jada. So, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed viewers, it's my pleasure to present to you the Uber driver of the moment, the man of the match, player of the season, Arinze, my guy.
Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah. So Arinze,
Yes, sir.
welcome to my show.
Thank you very much.
The Lion of Jada show. Yeah. Before we go into the full gist, I'd like first of all for you to tell our viewers, a little bit about this Uber stories, what I call the Uber stories that we hear, by Uber drivers complaining about Abuja girls offering sex for cash. Does this happen? Tell us about it. Has it happened to you or your friends, your colleagues, and all that?
So I'm actually trying to understand the question. Like, if they offer sex for cash.
What I mean is, they book a ride.
Yes.
You drive them to their destinations, and then they tell you, "I don't have cash to pay."
Yeah, but I can give you something else.
Sex. Does this happen right there in the car?
It happens. It happens. It has never happened to me, but like Uber drivers, we always hang out. We have where we talk and gist. So you hear stories like that. So it happens, and there's no way I can not believe it because I've, actually been in a situation where something is more.
Something bigger than that.
You get. So that's just it. So it happens.
But why do you think a lady would book a ride when she doesn't have money?
If you ask me, because some of these girls, I on my own opinion, I don't think they don't have the money. I don't think they are, that broke that they can pay for their ride. So for some of them, it's just a way that they feel they can easily get what they want without having to, how do I put it, be desperate about it. So to be like they're offering the guy sex for cash, but no, they have the money to pay. They actually just want the sex.
Okay, free sex.
Not all of them, some of them.
Yeah, because I'm wondering, most of them are offering a quickie. How does that satisfy a desperate sexual urge?
For them,
Yes, for them. Because if someone is desperate to have sex, I'd like to assume that a quickie might not be so satisfactory for them, especially a quickie in the vehicle.
true, but for some of them, they probably must have used their dildo, their vibrator. They just need like 2-3 more minutes.
The crowning glory.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's not fun, well, you don't want to make sure
This guy is a bad guy. I don't entirely agree with his take, but he's a bad guy. Okay, Arinze, let's get down now to your story.
Okay.
Can you tell our viewers exactly, in sequence, what happened on that day? What led you to sleeping with the person who booked a ride?
Okay. It was on a very early morning because I actually preferred doing the night job. The roads are usually free by then, no traffic and all, so I don't work during the day, I usually work at night. Yeah. So it was on an early morning, I did a drop off and I got another ride within the hours of 4 a.m. or thereabout. So I picked the ride as usual, and the first thing I do when I accept a ride is to call the rider to know exactly where the rider is, because most times the app cannot be accurate all the time. And sometimes too, like it might be a ride that has been cancelled, the rider must have left, just the driver has been cancelling and it gets to my app. So I like to confirm where the rider is. And I did that, and the next thing I heard on the phone was this rider said she was actually not going anywhere, she just wanted to sit in my car. That was the first thing she said. I like, sit in my car, I don't get, are you going to pay for my time? She said yes, that she was going to pay for my time if it was just sitting. I was like, okay, if it was sitting in my car. Okay, no, then like we didn't really talk about money when she talked about sitting in my car. So I needed to get there to know how many hours she wants to stay in my car before we can negotiate the price. So on my way there, I was like, okay, I'm coming to you. Then she was like, actually, she wants something more, but she needs me to get there first before we can have that conversation. So I was like, okay, I'll get to you. So I followed the map, like we always follow the map, and I got to her. And it was this pretty lady who, came out and was telling me about how she was going to offer me cash for money. Even before I got there, cash for sex. Like even before I got there, on my way there, she called and said she wanted me to stay on the phone till I get there. And I was not asking her like, okay, what are you going to pay for these services? She was like, I should name my price. So for me, I felt it was a prank, So I was just trying to play along with the prank, and I was like, okay, I'll take 30K. Since you said you don't want me for more than 4 minutes, you just want a 4 minutes quickie, I'll take 30K. She laughed.
So Arinze, you charge, tell our viewers, you charge 30,000 naira for a 4-minute quickie. If a woman charges you 30,000 for 4 minutes quickie, would you be happy?
No, but you wouldn't blame me. Like really, for me, I was something I was taking very seriously. I felt it was a prank. I was just trying to play along. You were still driving along that in that direction. To see the end of a prank, you have to play along. So I didn't see the end of the prank.
This next guy. Okay.
So I was like, okay. She was like, okay, she was going to give me 20. So to me, I was like, okay, 20K, 4 minutes. So I have to keep my app on. I might have to work for like 5 hours or 6 hours to raise that amount of money. I was like, okay. So I drove to the hotel, I met her, she brought me in, and I wanted to be sure. When I walked in, I asked if I could look around, and she asked me to look around, and I was free. I checked everywhere, the wardrobe, the toilet, back of the door, under the bed. I just wanted to be sure that there was nothing that was really going on. And it was real, so I offered that myself for breakfast.
So this was in the AM or in the PM?
It was in the AM.
Okay.
In the AM.
So you offered her yourself?
For breakfast.
For breakfast.
In bed.
Okay, you served her breakfast?
In bed. You are not studying in bed.
So this seems to be the opposite of the meaning when Nigerians say, last, everybody go chop breakfast. Because that one connotes heartbreak. But your own breakfast in this sense now, it's not heartbreak.
It was breakfast in bed.
Okay, breakfast in bed. You're a useless man. Don't mind me now. Okay, so I want to know this. First off, you went on to have sex with this lady.
Yes.
Did you use protection, Arinze?
Yes, I did.
Honestly?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
I asked her on the phone. She doesn't have. So that was when I tried to follow the game the way it was playing on. So it was, if she was one of these normal prostitutes, she would have had a condom.
Okay.
but she doesn't have a call.
Okay, so your
asked her over the phone.
impression is that she's not a commercial sex worker.
No.
What does she do? You sent me a picture of her profile.
Yeah.
And it says that she's the CEO of some events catering company or something like that. And she's actually a very pretty lady. The kind of girl that any man would meet on the road and want to fall in love with. Trust me, I saw a picture.
I wouldn't mind seeing her again.
You don't mind seeing her again?
I will still chatting.
Yeah, I read your chats with her. You sent them to me, and she also said she wouldn't mind seeing you again. So it was you. Okay, so here's the crazy thing. Upon getting there, Arinze recorded by audio their conversations. He also has an audio of the sex that happened between them. Come into the camera, no problems. Take this, drop my wine, get me my phone, the black one. I want to play the tape of Arinze's action in the jungle. He sent it to me by himself because I told him that I would need evidence that sex actually happened so that I would not be telling my viewers a lie. And he sent me the audio. Okay, so now this audio, Arinze, I played this for, I could hear the bird going, cricket.
The other sounds too, aside from the bird.
Yeah, once in a while, we can hear her moan, and all of that. Now, you know this funny thing about sex selling, especially on the internet. Today, Arinze won an admirer because when I played this tape to my assistant, one of my assistants, Bidemi, the one who you just saw on tape now, she said, "Wow, this guy can fire. I would like to meet him."
I drive a fast car.
Yeah?
I drive a fast car.
You drive a fast car. Yes, and tell me, Arinze, what was running through your mind while this was going on? Did you consider yourself lucky? Do you think it was some sort of manna from heaven? Or you think that it's a right you had earned as a result of your hard work and many years of, I would like to know.
Well, I wouldn't say I considered myself lucky because I've had to deal with some persons who are a little bit above our level. So I'll just say I found myself in a situation where I needed to rescue somebody who was really in need of.
You're rescuing somebody?
Yeah, like even in one of the recordings I said to you, like you could hear telling me thank you, and I also told her that I wouldn't have felt good if I was not able to come get her out of the mess she would go herself into. So.
Guys, it will seem like today we're not looking at a case of abuse or assault or anything. This was purely consensual, and it would seem also that this Uber driver loved what happened with him, So apparently Arinze loves what happened to him because he sent me also screenshots of what happened between him, the chats later on between him and this said rider. And the lady did say, "I wouldn't mind seeing you again. Just let me know anytime that you'll be free." So Arinze, if you think that she's not a commercial sex worker, and she's wanting to see you again, minus the sex issue, do you then think that she's falling in love with you?
I wouldn't say she's falling in love with me, even if it gets to that point as time goes on, but I feel she just enjoyed what she got. She got more than what she expected, and maybe for that reason.
Being a working class, educated, beautiful lady, who is obviously quite social as well because of the nature of her career.
Yeah.
Why do you think she needs this kind of engagement to satisfy herself sexually? Did it at any point worry you that apart from, you say use protection, so the issue of infections and stuff may be out of the picture, did it occur to you it could be something spiritual? Because we've heard tales. Could it be, if the Yahoo boys exist, who sees the destinies of girls through sex, did it ever occur to you that, this could be a Yahoo girl taking away my destiny through sex?
Well,
Something must kill him out.
It didn't occur to me. Yeah, something meant we all die. So it didn't occur to me that she was there. Because I didn't just jump into whatever when it came. I didn't just jump into it. I took my time to find out what was really happening.
How much time did you take? You were driving. I mean, when your profile, when she books a ride. Yes, it means you are not so far away from her.
Sometimes you get a ride that is actually far. But I wasn't far from her. I was like 7 minutes away from her.
So 7 minutes.
But
so
I didn't just start
minutes,
driving to her.
You studied her enough to.
No, I didn't just drive to her immediately. Like after I got the ride, because what she was talking about was different from the regular ride. So I needed to park. We had like a little bit of conversation before I started heading there. And even while I was heading there, she stayed on the phone all till I got there. And even when I got to the hotel, we still had. We talked.
Yeah, you sent me.
Yeah, we had the conversation.
Yeah, recording.
So I actually didn't see her to be a Yahoo kind of girl person. The spiritual part, well, I'm also spiritual, so we are all spiritual. So I actually didn't see that. I didn't see from that aspect.
Guys, I don't know what you think about this, but I feel the type of way, I'm a guy too. Everybody has had, their sexcapades and all of that, but I don't know. Why do you think some of these women love to do this with drivers?
Maybe I don't know. But the thing
could it be because people are readily available and cheap? They know that you fall for this all the time. Because I say this again, because for a lady in her class. And because of the nature of her business, event management, she gets to meet with people all the time. And a lot of those times, quality people, low-class people from every strata of society. Why always Uber and Bolt drivers?
I don't know, but maybe it might be true that it's easy for them to get, and I wouldn't say there might be some people that are cheap, but it depends on what they want. And I know of one who told me how she had to request up to like 4 rides before she saw a profile of somebody who looked good. So I don't think it's about being cheap.
When she saw that profile that she liked, was she able to have her way with that person?
Yeah, she was able to have her way.
Uber drivers are cheap.
We are not cheap.
Uber drivers are cheap.
Okay,
they fall for anything.
No.
And then you guys come online and come and complain about your riders and all of that. You fall for anything. Could be a spirit
we don't fall for anything. Like I told you, this one actually felt different. She looked different. Like I've turned down.
Did you fall in love?
I've turned down a lot.
Have you fallen in love?
In my message to you, I told you that the only reason why I would actually like to see this person again, she's beautiful. She's
have
she
you
has
fallen
a class
in love? Yes or
no? I'm not in love yet, but
did you enjoy the sex with her? You think you satisfied her? Did she satisfy you?
She didn't satisfy me, but I felt good that I satisfied her.
As a charity worker that you are.
I was there to rescue her. So I felt that I was able to rescue her.
Guys, what a story. I will leave comments, thoughts to the rest of you, because I'm not meant to be judgmental as the umpire. What do you think about what happened with Arinze? Do you think Arinze is a cheap guy? Do you think that this will keep happening with Arinze and his kind? If Arinze and his friends keep doing these things, do you think that drivers for these ride-hailing companies have rights to complain whatever happens to them? Because also there's a security risk, because I don't know if it ever bothered you that someone might just break open that door and harass you, rob you, kidnap you or something. Because for Christ's sake, this is a total stranger.
Yes.
And the method of contracting you to have sex with her was quite unorthodox. Did that thought ever occur, or it only came after you had noted?
Well, the thing is, this is not the first time this is happening. It has been happening. Like I've turned down a lot, so it has happened. We've seen it happen. We've heard it happen, and there are other people who have more tapes. Like they even have videos. So
if you had been turning down these kinds of requests in the past, why accept this specific one?
That's what I'm saying. She was different. Something was different about her.
My friend, you're just honey. You're just honey yourself. And on that day, your brain your brains were not here; they were somewhere else.
I work at night. It was an early cold morning. It rained over the night. So
Arinze, but you have a girlfriend.
yeah, I do have a girlfriend.
Okay. You do know I'm not going to blow your face in this interview.
Yeah, you don't have to. She also know I have a girlfriend, so.
No, I'm talking about your girlfriend finding out that you did this.
I don't know what's going to become of my relationship if she finds out.
And, okay, so maybe perhaps final question.
Yeah.
If as a result of this, you begin to get more calls from other people,
Yeah.
the same kind of calls, would you accept to do this with them?
We'll just go into a full-blown business. I recruit guys who know how to do the job, and
Oh, you see in this a business opportunity. You're from what state again?
I'm from the east, so I'm an Igbo dude. It's all about money sometimes, but in this case, I feel, like they say, you never can tell when you are opening the right door. It might just be a link where we can just have a full-blown business. Recruit guys who know how to do the thing, 6-packs. Me, I have one round pack, but we can have the 6-pack guys and put them out there. Like the way they go on some sites and book girls, they can also do the same.
So you want to go into that kind of business. You see, the funny thing about a little fame, you see Arinze, you can dress jaga jaga, But today, because I invited him for this interview, and Arinze feels that he performed well with one particular lady, he came here dressed like a superstar. But I think I would say it's working for him, because Bidemi, who usually is a shakara woman, has fallen for Arinze, And who knows, Bidemi, you want to exchange numbers with him? Are you sure? I know you're going to do it behind my back.
I think I'll just print a complimentary card.
Okay, well, so viewers, I would like to ask you, what do you think about Arinze's, the adventures of Arinze, and how does this make you see, Uber and Bolt drivers? I mentioned these two specifically because it's what we have here in Nigeria, right? Is there any other?
Yeah, there are. There's a rider.
Okay. Well, what do you think about
those are not these drivers? The Uber and Bolt things.
Yeah, these are the more popular ones here. So, what do you think about his escapades? What's your general impression about Uber and Bolt drivers in Nigeria? Because I'm wondering too if the lady didn't wonder if it was safe for her, But since you say both of you studied yourselves within 7 minutes on a phone call without having met each other, who am I to complain? My duty is to bring you these exciting stories and experiences. And let's hear your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. The Lion of Jada channel. Here, we do what others cannot do. Like they say, what God cannot do. Yeah, any story that Lion of Jada does not bring does not exist. Thank you. Bye now.